So I was watching the new Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, and there was this speech that he had some time ago, and he called that one of his rallies and the things that he promised, he actually called it the Singapore Plan. That's what he's going to be rolling out, the Singapore Plan, right? Different from the East Coast Plan, but the Singapore Plan. So when I was so intrigued by when I was watching it, it's like, why is he talking about Singapore? The last time before he was Prime Minister of Israel, he was actually pushing for that, and that was one of his rallies, right? And when I was watching it, this is the funny part. When they showed Singapore on the map and they was trying to compare it with Israel, this is how it looked like. I've never seen Singapore vertical before in my entire life, right? So that's interesting. But this got me thinking about what about Singapore that actually is an economic success. And one of the things I think about is that what did they do? What did we first do? We actually created our army and we created the military and we put in a lot of funds. We probably spend more than most of the countries that's our size, even our neighbors. And when we think about it, why do we do that? Because we want this thing called stability and safety. And when we have stability and safety, if I am not worrying about fighting some war or battle or fighting for in terms of crime as well, if I'm not worried about that, fighting for my family, trying to guard my house, guard my things and all that, Singapore is quite a safe place. So if I'm not thinking about that and that whole area of my mind is freed up, what can I do? I can perform. I can start to be more productive. And that's what Singapore did. So focusing on the safety and stability and taking that out of the equation so that Singaporeans are able to focus on what? Work, getting excellence, getting world-class excellence in the things that we do, right? So what is the similarities between this and your own team? There's a lot of teams out there that this is still a big problem. Infighting, right? Backstabbing. We're fighting with each other so much so that takes up so much of mind space that what can you do when it comes to productivity and performance? When you don't even trust the people around you. So one thing that we can model as leaders in terms of Singapore's success is that are we creating an environment of safety? Is there gossip? Do you even contribute to the gossip? Or is your facial expression telling them that, and while they're laughing at other people, you're laughing with them, what you're telling them is that this gossip is okay. Destroying somebody else's reputation, destroying somebody else behind their back is okay. So are you stopping it as a leader? And if you are, that's just one thing. Are you helping them to build bridges back? And try to get that idea that we're not enemies here. We're not fighting that political battle. We are actually teammates. And there's safety. And if I'm not fighting my teammates for glory or for credit, if I'm not fighting for it, I'm focusing all my attention on performance. So that's what we want to be able to do as leaders. Figure out how do I create a place where of stability and safety so that mind space gets freed up to focus on performance and excellence.